This is my surviving inflation video about water. This is how I live. This is my opinions. This is how I try to save money. And maybe it will help somebody somewhere to save on your water bill. The first thing you do is you write down everything that uses water, everything that you do with the water, you use the water for. And then you go down and you slowly figure out, how much water can I use less on this, how much I can use less on that, how much I can save. Call your water department. They have tons of tips. If you live in an apartment, if you have a landlord, talk to them. There are tons of websites on how to conserve water, how to save on your water bill, all sorts of tips. When I was a little girl, we lived in California, and I lived through one of the biggest droughts they had out there, and we were down to severe water rations, no water to the town, and we was limited to 1 gallon of water per person from the grocery stores and gas stations. So we learned a lot of different ways to save on water. So during this time of inflation, use techniques that if you've been through a drought, you've been through water rations. The town I live in has had water rations many different times. So this is how I have done things in my life and how I'm doing things now. I save on my water bill by, I haven't watered my yard in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I just let the rain water it. Right now, I'm not really concerned with having a big, lush, beautiful front yard. So if I got bare patches, that's okay. We get a lot of dust storms out here, so it's really hard on the grass. So I just let it go like that. I have pecan trees. I'm letting Mother Nature water my trees. I'm not wasting water to water those trees because the roots go down pretty deep and the roots will find water. They're producing pecans, so I know they've found water, so they're okay. So I don't have no house plants, so I don't have to worry about watering house plants. But I got to thinking about that. You make spaghetti, you make macaroni noodles, you boil anything like eggs. Take that water, let it cool off. Use it for your houseplants. Use it for your doggy or your cat. It's just boiled water. It's still good to drink. So you could save water a lot by doing that. With your cooking, look at what you're cooking every day. Can you, like, we make noodles, we make spaghetti, we make macaroni. I put the water about this much, that much above the noodles. A lot of people fill it to the top. A lot of people fill it like that much. But I just put just a little bit above the noodles so that the noodles cook. Now sometimes I mess up and I don't put a whole lot, so I have to add a little bit more as it's cooking. When I go to drain that water, it's not a whole lot of water that comes out of there. It's been cooked into the noodles, cooked into the rice, cooked into the beans. I just keep enough water on top of the beans. I don't let the beans stick up out of the water. So you would be surprised how much you can save on your water bill just by cooking like that. And the water, when you drain it, like I said, you could save it for your plants, your flowers outside. You could give it to your animals and like recycle that water. Um, check all your pipes for leaks. That will save you. Check your toilet. Do you need a full 5 gallons when you flush your toilet? Or can you turn the water valve down a little bit? Can you flush that toilet with half a tank of water? Will everything go down and everything be fine? And that will save you a lot on your water bill by just cutting down how much water you're using in your toilet. Washing your car. A lot of people, they just go to the car wash, or they use the car wash at a gas station, wash their car. I've always washed my car myself. It just rained real good, so my truck is pretty clean. I don't have to wash it. But I usually wash my vehicle once a week. I just pick a day, and that's the day I wash the truck. So, can you change up the frequency of how much you're washing your vehicle? How dirty does your vehicle get? If it's not getting that dirty, can you go 2-3 months without washing it? I'm a door dasher. We go into some areas where when the wind is blowing, we get sand. And when it's kind of rained a little bit, we get mud. So I gotta make sure the vehicle stays clean. So when it gets dirty, I wash it. Do I use the garden hose with a sprayer? Do I use a bucket? I've been looking for a 5-gallon bucket to fill up so I can wash the truck with that to cut down on the water bill. I also cut down on my water bill. Like I said in the other videos, I wash clothes once a week. You would be surprised on how much your water bill will go down if you are only washing 2 or 3 loads a week instead of like washing every day or washing every couple of days. When I was fighting cancer, I looked at my bills. I started washing once a week. My water bill went down $20. So, and I only washed 3 loads. I washed the kids' clothes. I was a single mom, so I washed my clothes. And then I washed the household clothes. That's all I washed. And even if I didn't wash everything all at once, I just washed those 3 loads. And after a while, everything's caught up and you're just washing a little bit at a time, and it saved me a lot of money. So to beat inflation, cut some corners. Let's cut some corners. You know, what's another big water use that people have at home? Taking baths. That takes a lot of water. Now, I'm not telling you not to bathe, and I'm not telling you, you got to be clean. So, my dermatologist, because I have a lot of allergies, and we treat our water here in town. So, my dermatologist told me I'm only supposed to take baths in distilled water because they treat the water 3 times a week. Take a good bath because it will break me out real bad. So, when you're taking your shower, my Mosby nursing book says 5-minute shower is real good. You can get clean under 5 minutes of water. So time yourself. Do you have to take a 30-minute shower? Do you have to take a 15-minute shower? Can you get by with 5-minute showers and save on your water bill? I learned this trick from my mother-in-law when the kids were little. You don't have to fill the bathtub all the way up. You don't even have to fill the bathtub halfway up. Fill the bathtub to where it just covers their little legs and up to about half of their belly, because they're small. They get just as clean. My mother-in-law's done that with the kids, and nobody's ever complained about my kids being dirty. So if you can look at how much water you're using in the bathtub, can you cut down on how much you put in the tub? You see, to stay clean. And look at your beverages. What are you drinking every day? You know, are you drinking a lot of tap water? Are you drinking bottled water? Are you making a lot of tea? Maybe you can cut down on how much tea you're drinking. Are you drinking a lot of coffee? Maybe instead of using tap water, you can use bottled water for your coffee. I use distilled water. I get a jug, it's 98 cents, and that's what I use when I want a cup of coffee. I don't drink a whole lot of coffee. So, look at all those things. Get on the websites about conserving water, saving water, and try to just kind of slowly adjust yourself to where your water bill will start coming down. It's just me and Abel. I used to wash the walls once a week and do the windows once a week. Now I do it once a month. When you're cleaning your house, what can you do? It's just me and Abel. Can you go I used to mop the floors every night before I went to bed because I had children here. They're grown. So can you mop your floors once a week? Every 2 weeks? Can you go a whole month without mopping your floors? When I was on the metal walker, I would get 2 spray bottles. One would be 2/3 water, a third cleaning solution. The other one would just be water. I would sit in a chair and I would spray with the cleaning solution and mop. And then I would spray with the water and I would mop. And that's how I was cleaning the floors. And I noticed it saved on our water bill. So if you could change up the way you're cleaning to conserve water. It's like I have my little doggy. How often do you bathe your dog? It's just me and Abel. I bathe him once a month. In the wintertime, I might go 2 months before giving him a bath because it's cold. I don't want him to get sick. So it's just my thing because he's lower on the ground. Hot air rises, cold air falls. So he's little. So I try to protect him in the wintertime. So it's like linen. Linen takes a lot of, blankets and sheets. Can you go a whole 2 weeks before washing your blankets? If you have children, you kind of have to keep them washed frequently. But if it's just you or an adult, you and your husband, whatever, look at the frequency of how much you're washing blankets and sheets and see if, can I leave the sheet on the bed for another week before I wash it? That will save on your water bill. So in this time of inflation, the way we cope with it, the way we handle it, we have to be like proactive. We have to sit down and figure out where can we save on having to use water. It's like if you have a gym membership, go to your gym after you get off of work, take a shower there. You go home, eat, go to bed, you're not getting dirty, go to sleep, get up, go through your day, and there you go. You don't have to pay for water at the house because you showered at the gym. My husband had a company he was working for. He would shower there because he would get pretty dirty. So that saved us on our water bill too, because he would just use the staff locker rooms and he'd take a shower there. Trying to think, I have this list over here where I tried to be better. Oh, rain catching. If you're in an area where you can catch rain, and I wished I was, you could use that rainwater to, when when it gets dry, you can water your yard. You can wash your car. You can feed your house plants. You know, you do all sorts of things with that rainwater. If you're in an area where it's legal to catch rainwater, it would save on your water bill too. People with water wells, y'all are so lucky. You don't even have to pay a water bill. So I'm looking at my list here. The main point is look and see where you can cut down on saving water usage. Because the less water you use at home, the smaller your bill is going to be. And we've been working hard on that to keep our bill low. So because we're coping with inflation, the less we have to pay on a water bill means more food we can buy, more gas in the vehicle. It's like my glasses. I don't, maybe once a month I'll put them under the sink and wash them. But for the most part, I use those glass wipies. Or I'll use a handkerchief or a paper towel and get it wet and clean my glasses so that I'm not washing them in the sink. If you're running water, fill up that sink. Put the stopper. Put water in there. Wash your face. Wash your arms in the morning. I wash my face and my arms in the morning because that's how I wake up. That's how I feel good throughout the day. I'll put the stopper. Don't run the water. It just, you lose a lot of water that way. A lot of people run the water when they're doing dishes. I fill up both sides of my sinks and do my dishes that way. And I've seen some of my friends over the years, they just run the water and rinse their dish off and put it in the dish still. Don't run the water. Just fill up that sink and rinse the dish off in that sink. And when it gets a little cruddy, drain it. And there you go. You could save a lot of water that way. Let's see. Dishes, showering, laundry. I think I pretty much covered everything I was wanting to talk about. But the main point is where can you cut corners? If you're like I was at the nursing home. I worked there a long time. Every night I was to wash my shoes. Well, a lot of people wash their shoes once a week. Well, can you go 2 weeks before you have to use that water to wash your shoes? Can you I forgot what I was going to say. Can you cut corners? This is what I'm talking about. Water conservation. What can you change to lower your bill? And these glasses are bothering me. They're metal and it makes my nose hurt. I might just take them off because they're bothering me. But this is how we live. Is we conserve as much water as we can. And like when I mop, I fill up the mop bucket. It's a 2-quart bucket. And I use that 2-quart bucket. I start in the kitchen and I only have like 3 areas. Oh, Daddy, my battery charger. Daddy, my battery charger.
You have it.
Well, I only have like 3 areas that I mop. I start in the kitchen, and then I go down the hallway, and I save the bathroom for last.
You have it in there somewhere.
So if you can use
I'll be sitting on it.
2 quarts of water, and the water's not really that yucky when I get done. So if you can just use 2 quarts of water and mop, you could save a lot of water that way. You could cut down your bill that way. Somebody told me to call the water department, and something about the way it flows into the house. If you have like a safety valve, an emergency shut off between your house and the city thing, where you could turn it down and turn down the water pressure to your house, it would save. I've never really tried that because it was just too involved for me to handle. So I don't mess with my water pressure. I just leave it alone. Maybe you have a plumber friend or somebody who could tell you about turning down your water pressure so that less water comes out, so that you save water that way. So these are just my way of doing things that maybe it would help somebody else. I've talked to a lot of people in my life as the years went by, and some people have taken my advice and it helped them, and some people are like, you're just crazy. But like I said, it's all up to how much water you're using, whether you have kids in the home, and how you can cut down your usage so that you save on your water bill. So you have more money for food, more money for gas, and cope with and survive inflation, because these prices are terrible out there, and it's like nobody cares about us, the people. So we kind of have to be proactive and look out for ourselves and help each other with, you know, hey, I'm doing this, hey, I'm doing that. Once a month I used to spray down the outside of my house, just because I live in an area where we get spiders, we get, wasp nests in the summertime, and spraying the house down helps keep those things away. And like I said, we get a lot of dust storms, so the dust kind of just coats your house on the outside. I haven't sprayed down the outside of my house in a long while because we're trying to cut down on our water use. And it does make a difference. That's one of my kiddos. She's doing okay. So I always get happy when I get a text message, they're doing okay. And I'm trying to get this thing. I thought it was charged, but it's not. It's giving me problems. I'm one of the. There we go. So I'm just trying to help some people. If it helps you, like my video. If you like what I'm talking about, subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to try to do some more videos about surviving inflation, because I'm 48 years old and this stuff is really starting to upset me. We're supposed to be the richest country in the world. The citizens of this country should not be suffering and struggling the way we are. So If my video helps you, I'm kind of new to doing videos, so I'm not like all professional. It's just me doing the best I can to share my information. There's a lot of instances where, me and my husband, sometimes we take a bath together. We save water that way. Maybe your spouse, take a shower with your spouse. That'll cut down on your water bill. People frown on having your children take baths together, but if you have toddlers, I don't see what's wrong with that. They're just little babies, and it's a big bathtub. Why not? It'll help your water bill, and they get to play in the water together, so it's a happy time for them. And you get to save time as a mama because they both get bathed at the same time, and there you go. That's an extra 30 minutes for you to have some relaxation. So I change my house cleaning schedule. I do things once a month. The major things. I used to clean the bathroom, the toilet every night. And I've cut that down to a couple of days at a time. And I can get away with that because it's me and my husband. It's just us here. So I can clean the mirror once a week. I don't have to, I can change up what I'm doing because I have a little freedom. But if you could put it in spray bottles, put some water in the spray bottle, put some water and cleaning solution in the other spray bottle, that will save you water too. Just spray it, wash the mirror, spray it with the water so there's no residue or anything, and there you go. Spray the toilet, scrub it, spray it again with the water. There you go. Same with the bathtub. I used to turn the bathtub on and use the faucet to clean. Now I just get me a little bowl, fill it with water, scrub the bathtub, and then use that bowl to wash it all down into the drain. So take a bottle of water, spray a cleaning cloth, wipe stuff down. It's like we do get a lot of dust here. So that's a lot of water. So I just take a washcloth, spray it until it's a little wet, and then I just wipe everything down that's got the dust on it. It gets the dust up, and I don't have a whole bowl of water. I used to use a bowl of water about the size of a butter bowl to clean the dust. Now I just spray the washcloth. And like